Hello friends. So today I'm going to talk about what to pack in your hospital bag for maternity. So this video will focus primarily on mothers, and there is another video which focuses on babies. So what I've done is I'm making this video after 2 months of delivery because I wanted to share with you my exact experience on what I actually took and what was really helpful, and if there were anything that I missed, so you'll be able to pack in a much more efficient way. So let's start with that. Before that, please, if you like my video, do like the video, and click on the subscribe button. First, the biggest question that people have in mind is, when should you start packing? So my doctors told me that you should be ready for delivery anytime after 36th week, which meant that I should be ready with my bag by 36th week. Hence I started packing from 35th week. What happens in my family is they don't let you start packing much in advance. They don't let you actually start shopping much in advance for babies. Hence what I did was I kept on looking for items throughout my pregnancy. I kept adding them in the cart, and I bought them in 34th to 35th week, and by 36th week I was ready with my bag. So if you also have these constraints, you can actually plan according to it. um, Now let's talk about where exactly to pack your stuff. So what we had done was we were carrying two bags. One, we had a small office bag. If you can see, this is my husband's office bag. We kept this bag so that we could carry the papers, sanitizers, masks, a couple of swaddles, and anything which need we might need more frequently. We had kept them in these small bag. This was really helpful because my husband had to go to the reception a couple of times, and also the insurance desk. So it is easy for him to find all the stuff in the small bag and also carry with him. So you can try that. Second, we had a big trolley bag, like the usual travel bag. It's really important that you carry a trolley bag which has wheels in it, because when you're coming back with the baby, handling the baby, and you yourself will be weak. So it's just easier to drag the trolley bag. So I would really recommend that you carry a trolley bag instead of the bag that you actually keep it on your shoulders. So that's very important. Now coming to the actual packing, the first thing you need to keep is your medical papers, which is all your prescriptions and ultrasound or diagnostic reports. So what I had done was, we were keeping these files. It has these like individual papers, if you can see, individual sheets. So I had kept two files, one for prescriptions and the other for ultrasound and all diagnostic reports, and arranged all the reports in like proper dated format. So if you can see the proper dated formats. um, uh, if I think back how it really turned out, we never needed all the prescriptions, all the report, but or all the reports. But what happened was, when I got admitted, the multiple doctors who will visit you, they were looking for a specific report. And if, because we had all the reports arranged properly, we could easily find them and share with them. So in case that happens, it'll just easier for you or your partner to find the report and share with the doctor. So that really helped. Additionally, what I had done was I had also taken photos of all the reports and all the prescriptions and saved in Google Drive, so that in case if something had to be emailed, you don't have to take the picture again. It's already there at the Google Drive, and you can share it with whosoever it needs to be shared with. Next item to keep is clothes. I'll talk about each item that I kept, and I'll give you feedback for each of them. The first thing that I kept was this cotton t-shirt. So this cotton t-shirt is excellent size, and I wore them throughout my pregnancy. But during in hospital, this was a disaster. I'm a first time mom, so breastfeeding was really challenging thing for me. I mean, it didn't come naturally. It was very difficult. And with the t-shirt, you either hold your t-shirt or you hold the baby, or you try to latch. It was so difficult. So t-shirts are a big no. Next, I had kept this kurti. So this kurti, I found it on Amazon. It has a zip here, like this kurti. On both sides it has zip, so you can see like this zip here is open. So it's meant for maternity. It's meant for feeding the baby. and I love them now. But in hospital, again, not something I would recommend because it's not so easy to feed here. Second, doctor suggested that when you're feeding the baby, skin to skin contact is really, it boosts milk. So that's why this kind of kurtis are not really meant for initial 2-3 days. Probably after that you can try them. uh, Third, I had kept this long gown, and I really don't remember where I got this from. This is a pure cotton gown that I had. It's a long gown that's completely open in front, and this was, I would say, my favorite dress during hospital stay, because I could easily open it, feed the baby, and I could ensure proper skin to skin contact as well. So anything which is completely open in front is a must have. Is You need to ensure that they are completely open from front. um, Another frock that I kept, this was a short dress. Yeah, this was a short dress that I had kept. I got this from Myntra. Again, these it had buttons on front, so it was half open. But again, a very comfortable dress, pure cotton again. So this was also great. So I wore this while coming back from hospital. So to summarize, what I would say is you can keep whatever you want, but ensure that it's easy to open from front. For bottoms, you can wear whatever you like, pants or skirts. I had cesarean, so pants or skirts both were okay. They wrap you really well, so it won't be a problem. Like, it won't hurt the operated area. So you can try it, skirts or pants, whatever you're comfortable with. But ensure that for top, or gowns or t-shirts or whatever you keep, you're able to open it properly from front so that it's easy to feed. Second, ensure that it's pure cotton, because your baby will be coming in contact with the dress, so it's really important that it doesn't affect baby's skin. Third, ensure that it doesn't have heavy work or embroidery or any glass work which can hurt the baby. So be mindful of that. Or fourth is ensure that it doesn't leak color, because again, it's not safe for baby's skin. I think that's pretty much from clothing perspective. I had found most of these clothes online, except the white dress which I got from a local store nearby. Next important item in my bag was the feeding bra. While I didn't try them during my hospital stay, but while coming back, it was really helpful. So these are the feeding bra. So this is different from the usual bras. They have a special strap which you can unhook and feed the baby. So if you are like driving in car and you have to feed the baby, it's just easier. So don't buy a lot, but buy probably 2 or 3 of these. I got them from H&M. Again, I got it from Myntra itself. So you can try that, but don't have a lot, but get 1 or 2 at max. Next item on my list is undergarments. So post pregnancy or post delivery, what happens is we tend to bleed for a couple of days, and the bleeding is quite heavy. Um, and you're going to put your pad in your pants, but and so I had kept a couple of cotton mommy pants which I'd got from H&M. But in hospital, what they gave me instead was these cotton panties. These are use and throw. So I'll just open one and show to you. In fact, so these are like use and throw panties basically, where you can put your pad into it and use and throw, so you don't have to worry about washing it. In fact, I love them so much that I actually ended up buying couple of these from Amazon. And because I think I was bleeding for a couple of 15-20 days, so these pants were really was lifesaver, because it was just just two of us at home, and 2.5 of us actually at home. So uh, it was one less thing to wash, so it was really easy on us. Another really important thing is your mobile phone, uh, your all these items, your earphones, your chargers, extra battery bank, and your mobile phone with good camera. And I think this was the most important thing for me during my stay in the hospital. I had delivered my baby in September, and at that time during Corona, we were not allowed to have any visitors. So I was on video call most of the time with my parents. And actually, that's how everybody met the baby. So it's really important that you also, if you're delivering during these corona times, then ensure that you keep your cameras, your phone, your chargers, earphones with you, which is super important. The next item on my list was slippers. So I actually put on sandals when I went to hospital, and I came in those sandals only from the hospital. But during my stay, I actually kept slippers. So these were like really comfy slippers that I had. They were great when I used to walk inside the room. So I had a cesarean, so I was asked to start walking from next day itself after 24 hours, and not like walk for kilometers and kilometers, but just take a round of the room inside the room itself. So during that time, these slippers were really handy and were great. If you are delivering during winter times, it's really important that you keep a couple of socks because you want to keep your feet really warm. So keep a couple of socks as well as gloves, and probably cap, and a couple of one or two sweaters as well, because you don't like it's really important that you provide warm environment to your baby as well as to yourself, because you don't want to fall sick during any of these times. Another important thing is keep a water bottle with you, any plastic bottle or any kind of bottle with you, because from the time you are allowed to drink water, it's really important to keep yourself hydrated all the time before delivery as well as after 2 days of delivery. You have to like keep drinking as much water as possible, because that will really help you in getting out of the headache very quickly. There was another great product. I didn't really carry it with me in hospital, even you don't have to, but I bought it beforehand, and it was a great buy, to be like buy it, keep it with you, so that when you're back from hospital, you have to start using it from day one. So this is the feeding pillow that we got. So this feeding pillow, if you can see properly, it's U shape, and for the first time mothers, it's really important that to feed the baby properly. In hospitals, you have like really big pillows and pillows that are meant for you to ease in breastfeeding, but we don't have that at home. So these feeding pillows were really helpful for me in the initial 1 month. I would say for 1 month or 1.5 months, I used to feed the baby on the breastfeeding pillow, and this was really helpful. So I would really recommend that you buy it and keep it with you at home itself, or probably in car if you want to. Yeah. Last, I had kept a couple of toiletries. I had kept toothpaste, brush, soap. I had not kept any, lotion, cream, or anything, or lipstick, anything like that. I usually apply them, but I had not kept them for hospital. Uh, and I think that was a good decision, because I was like holding the baby like this, kissing the baby. So it was so I just thought it would be safer if that I don't apply anything on my face or my hand or my lips. So I just avoided all those things. It's completely up to you how you would like to have it, but ensure that whatever you keep, it's very safe and doesn't harm the baby. um, I, I mean, to be fair, I never got time to wash my hair in hospital, just too less time and too many things to do. So I didn't keep any shampoo, and I don't regret it either. Last is because, like I said, I delivered during COVID days, so we kept extra masks. We kept 2-3 bottles of small sanitizers with us, because we used to like clean sanitize here and there, and then you're looking for it. So that was really important. That's pretty much. I think I have also written down all these items in the description below, so that you can actually go in the description and look for items. I have also listed down any links that I used to buy those items. Please provide your feedback, and I really do hope that these items, this video will really help you in planning your maternity bag in more efficient way. And yeah, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.